Hi guys! I am going live last minute. Trying to, clearly I'm not even ready. And I don't even know what we're doing, you guys, so this could be a complete disaster. But I want to use this stamp set, this new stamp set, Tasteful Touches. So again, I don't know what we're doing. I don't have anything cut. I don't have anything prepped. I kind of have an idea in my mind, but sometimes those don't pan out well, so we'll see what's gonna happen. I have nothing, I have no project to show you what it's supposed to look like in the end, so, but I love these greetings. Love them. And this flower I really want to color, so we're gonna break it open, and you guys can maybe help me out along the way. All right, now this is a cling stamp set, so if you've never put together a cling stamp before, I'm going to show you how to do it. We're actually going to do a couple of them because there are a few stamps that I know I want to pull out. So let's pull out the ones I want. I know I want that flower. I know I want this feather. I really want this kind of, let me show you on the front, this like squared kind of textured one. I really want that one too. So hold on one second on my phone. Let me just check. Okay. And see, I have the backing. So I've taken the backings off of all of those. And I think we're going to hold off on the greeting because we'll have to see where this card goes. All right, now on your little label sheet, there are slits cut in each label sheet. So you don't want to peel off the label. You want to peel off the backing of that label. And there's slits cut in each of them. So you're just going to peel off half of them. So you expose your label like that, and then you're going to take your stamp and you're just going to line it up right on top of your label, just like that. And then you're going to pull it up, and there you have it. Now you have your label ready to go. All right, let's stick that onto a block. Let's find our feather. Here it is. Again, it's split in half, which makes it easier for you to pull off that backing of that label. Easier, I say, and then I struggle. Hello. All right, and we're gonna take our feather. I love this feather. This feather might be one of the reasons I bought this stamp set. The main reason I bought this stamp set are the dies that go with it. They are amazing label dies. And I may have to go get my Big Shot too. I didn't even pull that out. So we'll have to see where this card goes. But the dies do not cut out the images. I don't think they do. I may have to get those dies. I organized my dies this morning alphabetically, so I probably won't be able to find them. So we'll see. It may take a while. All right, save that one. All right, so we have them all mounted, all the ones that I think we're going to use anyway. So I'll stick this back in here, finish that later. All right, we're going to start with the coloring because that'll kind of help us out later. So we're going to color this flower. I need to pull out some, let's see, is this big enough? I think so. And pull out some scraps. My original plan is to fussy cut this flower, so that will do. All right, so what color should we color it in? Let's see, my camera stand actually covers up some of my inks, so I might not be able to get to some of them, but let's go Highland Heather. Let me pull out my Highland Heather blends. These are my Highland Heather ones. Yeah, let's go Highland Heather. And I'm going to do some, we're going to attempt, if this goes horribly bad, we'll stamp it in Memento. But we're going to attempt some no line coloring here. So I have my Highland Heather ink out, and I'm going to stamp it on some scrap paper first. And then I'm going to stamp it on my white paper. And that will give me a really light, let me stamp it this way. I have a little bit more room. We're fussy cutting it anyway. It doesn't have to be straight. That'll give me a really light flower image there. So when we color it, the lines will kind of disappear. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna set that aside. Clean it later. No hurry to clean things, right? Well, that's how I work anyway. All right, my Highland Heather, I have light and dark Highland Heather. And I can always pull in my purple posy too if I need to. So I'm gonna go through kind of one petal at a time. This video, since I have no plan, it might be kind of long. We'll see how it goes. my dark ones. So where there are those kind of lines on the flower, I am gonna make it a little darker. So maybe I'll do a couple flowers at a time. We'll see. I've only done no line coloring one other time, and it did come out really pretty. I don't think I've shared that card yet, but I will soon. So I'm going to go over that. I'm using circular motions to make sure that those blend. And what I did find with the no line coloring when I did it, I also did a flower, is that especially for petals that overlap like this, you have a smaller petal on top of a bigger petal, is that you have to define that smaller petal somehow. So we will have to, when we go back and do that larger petal, we'll have to make sure that we're defining that edge of the flower somehow. Okay, I probably should pull out my purple posy ones too, just to get some different shading. We'll see. Let's keep with the Highland Heather. All right, we're gonna keep moving on. I'm gonna do this one down here. Again, I'm going in with my dark. You can color both ways with the blends. You can start dark and go light, or go light and go dark. I prefer the dark and going light, but that's really just a personal preference. So, but the more you color with blends, the more comfortable you get, the more you figure out what you like, how you want to color. All right, so I am just... Now I know that this is kind of looking like a hot mess now, but once we get the whole thing colored, it will look better, I promise. Well, since I have no idea what this card's gonna look like, I don't know. So I have no plan. We'll see. Kind of have a plan in my head, but if you guys knew how many times what was in my head did not work, you might not want to be with me on this journey. I only show you guys the cards that work. I've never kind of created like this with no plan in mind, but I really wanted to play with this stamp set. And so I thought, well, why not? I'll just go live. Probably going to talk to myself the whole time anyway, so I might as well talk to you guys. So blends are my favorite, and we have some really, really fun new colors coming out. We have the 4 of the 5 new in colors coming out in blends, and we have Melon Mambo coming, you guys. Yay! Which is good because we lost Lovely Lipstick in the blends, because that's a retiring in color. I think that color, I think some items in that color are still available, so you can still, if you haven't gotten your Lovely Lipstick stuff, make sure you do. You can head to my online store and shop. I'm just going to do this whole petal. So I'm kind of just outlining, and I'm using, let me show you, I haven't cleaned this stamp, but where all those dark lines are on my stamp set, the artist is already telling me that that's where it needs to be darkest. So I'm not reinventing the wheel here. The artist has already done a lot of the hard work, and why would I question that? So, all right, so what is going on? So we have distance learning going on. It is, it's interesting. Thursday we had, I think, between my 2 children, my husband working from home, and I did a Facebook Live on Thursday. We had 10 different Google Meets, Zoom meetings, Facebook Lives, 10 different ones going on all day long. Some of them were overlapping. And then my husband is trying to train someone over the computer, which is over the Zoom calls, which is always, you know, interesting how you do that. But so it was interesting. Thursday was kind of chaotic. It was really just me kind of running around making sure that everybody was on the right call at the right time, had the computer. It was madness. So, but the kids' school year is actually, it's almost over, honestly. If they were in school, this would kind of be, I just want to kind of soften this line right here. They would be kind of approaching the end of the school year. They only go till May 20 something. So, you know, it's approaching the end, which I think is good. The kids are kind of done with the distance learning. They don't enjoy it. they really miss their friends. So I'm hoping, I know that they're saying this thing is going to be around for a while, but I'm hoping that they'll be able to return to school in some kind of capacity in the fall, because they really need to be in school. They're, as much as the teachers are doing a great job, they're not learning the way they should be learning, and they just need to be with their friends. I mean, even my son, who is 13 and antisocial and, you know, communicates with his friends all on the phone anyway, I think he misses his friends too. He wants to be with his friends just as much as my 9-year-old, who is such a social butterfly. She's really having a hard time, but they need to be in school. They need that interaction. They need to learn how to be around people. So anyway, enough. At least we're in some kind of routine now. Okay, so are you guys seeing how this flower is coming out? I think it's actually pretty. It's coming out pretty nice. Okay. I am digging it. And you'll see that I'm just kind of rotating it. I don't want to do 2 flowers right next to each other, because I don't want them to kind of blend into each other. I really want each petal to kind of stand alone. And I'll go back in and do each petal. And again, like I said at the very beginning, if there's a petal in front of another petal, you really have to define that front petal a lot. Otherwise, it just gets lost in kind of a big mush. But I kind of love this no line thing. Now, if you're not sure you want to do no line coloring, let's talk you through a technique. So you can test out no line coloring. Put your stamp in the Stamparatus, and then mark where your paper is. And I probably should have done it this way to the beginning. Kind of mark where your paper is so that you can, I mean, if you stick it up in the corner, it'll always be in that corner. So that's a good, but put it in your Stamparatus, stamp it the way I stamped it to do the no coloring. And then if you really don't like it at the end, you can just put your paper back in the Stamparatus and stamp right over it with a darker color, and maybe memento or a darker shade of whatever you colored it, and then those lines will all show up again and in the exact same spot because you use the Stamparatus. So if you don't like the way your coloring is turning out with the no line coloring, then just put it back in and stamp it again. You get all your coloring and then stamp it again. I sometimes do that if I really want my my black images to be super defined, because when you go over them with blends, the Memento ink, it sometimes kind of dulls the Memento ink and you can't really see those black defined lines as much. So if you restamp it in the Memento, if you put it in the Stamparatus, do all your coloring, you put it back in the Stamparatus and restamp it again, it really just defines all those lines all over again. This flower is turning out gorgeous, you guys. I love it. All right, so again, I want to define that other one. So I'm going to go around the flower with my dark, that petal with my dark. All right. I am really loving the way this came out. I don't do a lot of no line coloring just because I don't have a lot of practice in it. But I think that this is actually turning out quite beautiful. Again, I have no plans for the rest of my card. If you're joining, it's kind of just creating on the fly. I don't really know what I'm doing. All right, now that center, I don't want to do purple, so I really like that. What do you guys think? That came out really... Now, some of it's still drying, so it's going to look a little weird, but I really like that. We're going to let the whole thing kind of settle and dry, and I think I'm going to come in with gray granite. Is this gray granite or smoky slate? That's smoky slate. I want gray granite. I come in with gray granite and do the inside of the flower. Okay. Ooh, or maybe so saffron. What do you think? No, let's stick with gray granite. We'll do like a purple and gray card. I think that's gonna be gorgeous. I love gray granite with any of our subtles. Any of the subtles colors. Gray granite paired with any of those, I think is gorgeous. So I just put my gray granite along the bottom, and then I'm just going along the rest of that center with the light. So the dark along the bottom and then the light. So pretty. And then I'll just go over that line again so we don't have such a harsh line. All right, beautiful. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous, you guys. I love it. All right, so that's a quick lesson in no line coloring. We'll see how it eventually comes out. Let's work on the rest of our card. We're gonna set this aside. We are gonna have to fussy cut it. So we're gonna work on the rest of our card. So let's pull out some, I'm pulling out some cardstock. Remember, I don't have anything prepped, so we have gray granite. So we're just gonna have to see how this goes. Oh, okay, I have some, looks like I have a card base for Highland Heather, so we're gonna stick with that. Maybe we'll pull in some Purple Posy cardstock too. Let's see, do I have a bone folder? Here we go. Okay, so let's pull in, do I have any scraps of Purple Posy? Let's see. Oh, I do, I have some big scraps. That'll work. Yeah, look at how gorgeous these colors are together. Gray Granite, Highland Heather, and Purple Posy. We're gonna go with this. Okay, so let's pull out our trimmer. And let's see, what do I want? So we have a Purple Posy card base. And let's go with, we'll make this, I'll move that stamp out of the way so I don't get it. We'll go 1/4 inch smaller for our gray granite piece. So that would be 5 1/4 by 4. So let's do, let's go 5 1/4 on this one too. We'll make this a nice little edge piece. I'm gonna do 2, but I'm gonna tear it. Love that. Thanks, Bobby. You know, that is pure accidental. We aren't planning anything like that. All right, so I'm gonna pull this in. Actually, I think I might cut these down. I want these a little smaller. So this is how my design process works, you guys. So we're gonna cut off 1/4 inch on each of these. Oops, hello, 5 this way. So we're gonna go down to 5 by 3 3/4 for each of these, and I just want a larger border on my Highland Heather. Lost my train of thought there. And then this will just cut down to 5. Okay, let's move all those scraps out of the way. And I think I may have to go find those dies. Like I said, you guys, I organized my dies this morning, so of course I won't be able to find any of them now. So I'm just tearing this just like this, and I wonder if I should have stamped it before I tore it. Oh well, too late now. We can always cut another piece. All right, I'm going to take this little kind of square tiled image, and I'm going to stamp that on here. Actually, where's that scrap paper? I don't want it to be super dark on this Purple Posy, so I'm going to stamp it off. And I'm not going to stamp it, I'm not going to cover the whole thing. We're just going to kind of stamp it in some places. Kind of just randomly. What do I want? Maybe one right here. Okay, perfect. I love that. I don't know if you guys can see. It's kind of like a tone on tone. If you are missing Purple Posy ink, I mean, you guys know we don't have Purple Posy ink, but Highland Heather stamped off, that second generation of Highland Heather is super close to Purple Posy ink that you can usually get away with that for Purple Posy. So I'm going to set that aside. All right, let me grab my die cutting machine and let's see if we can find these dies that coordinate. Okay guys, I told you I cleaned, so who knows? Give me 1 second. Okay, found them. Ooh, that was quick. That was a lot quicker than I thought. Okay. Now I want to, so the dies that coordinate, again, we're using a new one. This will be available with the new catalog in, I need to put this on the floor. This will be available with the new catalog when it goes live in June, but you can add this to your starter kit if you want to join my team. But again, these are label dies that come with this stamp set, so there's no die for the flower or the feather or any of this stuff, so we will have to fuss cut that flower, but it's all right, we can do it. But let's figure out our greeting, because the good things in life are better with you. Let's go with that. I love that. Let's see, will that fit? Yeah, I think so. I love this. Okay. So we got to find that stamp in here. The good things in life are better with you. And remember, it's a cling stamp, so we got to mount it. Peel off the backing. Find your label. Back when, I mean, I've been a demonstrator for 17 years. And when I started, we only sold wood stamp sets. And then we transitioned into all the clear, and we transitioned the wood out. But when you bought a wood set, for those of you that are seasoned Stampin' Up people, you had to put your wood stamps together. So you pretty much went through the same process. You had to peel off the backing of the rubber and then stick it to your wood block. And I used to find that so therapeutic. I loved it. That was one of my favorite things. When I got wood stamp sets, I would just sit there and put them all together, and that was one of the most satisfying parts for me. So I don't know, maybe I'm weird. I don't know. I loved it though. So I miss our wood. All right, let's take this one off. Hello. Okay. Put that one on that block. We'll put our greeting on this one. I think I'm going to stamp it in gray granite. So let me get that ink. I don't think I know I do have a few wood stamp sets left. They're all retired. We don't have any wood stamps left. Well, we do have the backgrounds in wood, I guess. But I get all my backgrounds in clear because I stamp them with my Stamparatus. So, but I do have a few wood mounts that I have kept over the years, just because those stamps are super special to me. But the good things in life are better with you. That is so beautiful, and I love that font. All right, I think we're going to use that gray granite again for our feather in a minute, but let's die cut this. Pull that machine back up. Hello. I am so excited about our new machine coming. You guys know we have a new machine coming. It will not be available when the catalog goes live in June, but hopefully soon after. So cute. Oh, this is going to be adorable. All right. Oh, I just moved it. Hello. I might need some washi tape. Hold it down. I have the magnetic platform, but I think my plates are so bad that it just doesn't work anymore. But, all right, move this out of the way. I haven't seen the new machine in person, but I've seen it in the new catalog, and very excited. It's gonna be gorgeous. It's gonna be so much fun. And my family has said that they will buy me the new machine for Mother's Day. So I may not get my Mother's Day gift until later in the summer, but that's okay. I'm willing to wait. So we have that all cut out. It's all stitched. And then let me show you guys the part that we die cut it from. It's also stitched on this side too, so it stitches both sides. Fantastic, right? Fantastic. Okay, let's pull in our card. Let's kind of see where we are. What kind of ribbon do I have? Oh, I have that tri-colored ribbon. Oh, we have some new ribbon. I think I'm going to pull out that new ribbon. Look at how did I cut these so far off? Look at that. I'm going to have to trim this. I thought I cut them both at 5. Oh, this one's at 4 7/8. Eek. Okay, let me trim off a little bit of this one because I want them the same size. So I must have gone a little hair shorter on that purple posy one. Oh, look at that. Okay. I think that's good. Anything else we'll just trim off with the little mini trimmer. I think that's good though. Perfect. So this will go on here. This will go here. I think our flower is going to go right under that. I think we'll die cut our flower, but I want some feathers. I want feathers. So we are going to, I'm going to pull out my gray granite piece. This green is kind of going to go right across it. And I want some feathers going up. So I'm going to stamp it once. I'm going to stamp it again without re-inking. And I'm going to do the same thing underneath it too, but kind of going in this direction because our flower is going to go down here. So this one, we're going to go once and then again. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Oh, love. All right, this card may actually turn out pretty nice. You never know. Sometimes my ideas pan out, sometimes they don't. Okay, I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to leave a small little white border around it. We did some no line blends coloring on this flower. If you missed it, you can go back to the beginning. We did this first, but I think it came out pretty good. You can always go back in and touch it up if you need to. The thing with the no line coloring is that you want to make sure you leave lines because that's what's going to define your image, but you don't want to leave lines that are dark enough that it's going to take away from that subtleness of the no line coloring, if that makes any sense. I don't know that that makes sense at all, but all right, fussy cutting. Almost done, you guys. This flower is actually not hard to fussy cut. And if you see that I'm leaving my scissors in my right hand and I'm turning my paper with my left hand, so really my left hand is doing all the work and I'm just kind of holding the scissors with my right hand. There we go. Beautiful. All right, let's start assembling. Let's get some adhesive. Let's start assembling. So we have, oh, hello. First time stamping today, apparently. All right, I'm going to stick this purple posy piece off to the side. I think I may have to trim it just a tiny bit more, so let's see. Normally, I think I would, actually, I think I'm going to leave it. I think it's fine. Perfect. It's handmade, not Hallmark, right, guys? Okay, so this is going to go here. So let's see if we do need ribbon. Oh, look how pretty. Good things are better with you. And those feathers, I love. So it's going to go like that. So let's see. Do we want ribbon? I think I do want a little bit of ribbon. Let me pull out. We're going to use this. I'm going to pull out two because I'm not sure how it's going to go. This is our new, this is new. It's in the Flower for All Seasons. And I think maybe if we tie like a bow and kind of tuck it under the flower, I think that would be pretty too. So I'm going to tie a quick little bow with this. And I brought down my white seam binding too because it's a little smaller if we need a smaller ribbon. Oh, that ties a gorgeous bow. Man, that's pretty. This is new ribbon too. This will be in the new annual catalog. Oh, grab my ribbon scissors. That's not them. Here we go. All right, trim those edges. Man, that's a pretty. So I have on my desk right now, I've started prepping for, I have a team virtual meeting coming later this month and I'm sending all their kits early next week. So I've started prepping. So I have actually on half my desk is all of their stuff ready to go. Actually, I don't like that kind of hidden. Let's see, but where can we put this? I don't know, maybe this ribbon is too big. Let's see, kind of wanted it a little bit. Oh, maybe that'll work. What do we think? Maybe we need to move that up a little bit. Okay, let's start assembling this down. Where's my dimensionals? Because I need to put this down on my card. All right, my snail is like having a little heart attack, so I'm gonna move to fast fuse. Okay, here we are. I can't wait for our new adhesive too. That will be available when the catalog goes live on June 3rd. We have new adhesive coming and I cannot wait for that. All right, so for our greeting, I'm gonna put that on with some dimensionals. Put a couple more. I don't want it to sag in the middle. Okay. Going to kind of stick that a little bit highest center, just like that. Make sure that it's nice and straightish. There we go. Our flower, I think we'll go there. Maybe we can tuck our ribbon in just like that. Oh, I think that's nice. Let's do that. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up my flower on the, I'm going to put dimensionals on the label piece to pop up my flower. And this will go just like that. I'll put our ribbon just like that. So I need to find some glue dots for my ribbon. If you're following my glue dot saga, you know I don't have glue dots because of my, I think it's my cat. I honestly don't know. Maybe the kids stole them. I don't know. So I'm using my paper pumpkin ones, which is fine. I'm fine using the paper pumpkin ones. So I just stuck a dimensional on the back of that. And I'm going to stick one, or not a dimensional, a glue dot. And I'm going to stick another glue dot, use my scissors, on the top of this bow to kind of hold that flower in place. So let me get the backing off. Perfect. That kind of double glue dotted that flower, one on each side. So cute. Okay, I think it needs some kind of embellishment. Okay, so let me see, rhinestones, pearls. Let's see, do I have any? Oh, we could color them. Let's go with these. These are the frosted and clear enamel ones, or is that what they're called? Frosted and clear epoxy ones. So I'm going to pull out these little ones, and I think these actually came from a paper pumpkin kit, but they're almost identical to those frosted and clear ones. So we are going to get my take your pick tool. I'm going to put a couple up here. I'm using the clear ones, not the frosted ones, but so pretty. Okay, I think I'm going to add one more up there and then a couple down here. So we'll put one here and then maybe one way down here. What do you guys think? I have to do them in odd numbers. So if I add another one, I have to add two more. So but I think that's okay. I think that's good. So what do you guys think with our like creating on the fly? Is it a good card? Is it a hit? All right, I think I'm going to clean up, but thanks you guys for joining me today. This card actually came out really pretty. I love that no line coloring. This stamp set is going to definitely be one of my favorites, and these dies are definitely a must-have too. So go ahead, let's get that whole bundle. Remember, you can add these items to your starter kit right now if you want to join my team. There's a link in the video description to join my team. So yeah, and if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, you guys, I will see you. I probably won't pop in again this weekend, but I will definitely see you on Thursday on my business page. So I will see you guys there. Have a great, great weekend, guys. Bye.